Welcome to the Wise Take DFS Podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And we're joined once again by my boys TC. You can find him on Twitter at Terry_Collins12. Terry, how you doing tonight, man?
Good. I actually salvaged what I was able to tonight, so I guess we'll try to improve tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. And then, of course, we were also joined by none other than, man, I tell you what, our YouTube crowd can't get enough of this dude, man. Like, I get comments about Cash when he's not even on the show. Like, I get people commenting, like, Cash is the man. I was like, he wasn't even on that show, but I'm glad to hear it. I'm not hating. Cash, how you doing, brother? Full tilt. Oh, no.
Tilt.
Oh, no. Tell everybody, tell the nation why you're on full tilt.
Oh man, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It's AD and it's Porzingis.
Oh God, but like that's unfortunately that wasn't even the only landmine tonight. Like for us, yeah, we were all the consensus was pretty high in the Wise Take Nation for Porzingis, so that definitely.
Oh
hurt.
no, I got another one too.
Okay.
LeBron James. How do you grab 2 rebounds? Man should have went for 70.
Give the people what they want, Cash.
It's true though. He should have gone for 70. 2 rebounds for LeBron James.
It's even worse than Pussycat Anthony Davis. Are you kidding? 2 rebounds.
He said at least he got 60 points, man. It's even worse than
I don't care. 2 rebounds. It's a joke.
It is a joke, though. You're right. Like I don't even know. I didn't watch the game, but I don't know how. How do you play the whole game? LeBron James, of all people, and not get more than 2. He literally must have played point guard. But even like so, like we see point guards. I don't know, man. I got no explanation.
I mean, that's why I was all in. Like LeBron James was not on my radar at all today. He was going to be nowhere, and then the lineup came out. 1 second, all in. I knew he was playing point guard. Like. It took me 1 second. I seen the starting 5, all in.
Man, I gotta give you props because like you were preaching in the Wise Take chat about like you were mentioning a staff chat, and I was like, yo, hop into the Wise Take chat, and I had you hop in there, and I told the nation on the Wise stream, I was like, yo, he's really high on LeBron, and like I said that even though maybe you didn't think the game would be close, you said it has a chance, and you got LeBron James. In a spot that he's not going to be too popular with AD and Boogie and these other guys to pay up for, and not a lot of value on the slate. So that ended up being a great call. It ended up being the call you needed because you needed those Bulls guys, man. Like TC, you ended up hopping board with those Bulls. We were talking a little bit even after the show, and I think we were all kind of buying into what Cash's idea. Like when I see even Paulie, he like froze on the show and was like, "Man, I didn't even consider the fact that LeBron could keep this. That this game could be close." And sure enough, man, like it helped save me for sure because I ended up putting in Holiday.
What did he end up doing for you?
He did what I needed him to do. I think he got 30 something, 30, 35, 36, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so he ended up being fine. Mark Haken was the play on the Bulls. That was like a surprise, but like we did mention on the show that he was taking a ton of shots. Guys like Holiday we were talking about and Mark Haken, we mentioned that they're taking a ton of shots. So the volume's there, they're just not hitting their shots. It's just a matter of them having that game where they start hitting them. And Mark Haken's game was today. He started hitting them. But one player that we were all pretty high on, I know Cash for sure. Me and you we were high on him on the pod last night. It was Aaron Gordon, man. He came and did his thing. That was cool. He went out and beasted out. He saved my night. He completely saved my night because Porzingis did everything in his power to ruin it. He did everything he possibly could to ruin my night, and Aaron Gordon saved it. So shout out to your boys, Cash, the Orlando Magic, for hooking me up, man. I needed that bad. Oh man, but yeah, man, the tilt is real. It's so fitting too that the 2 guys like okay, Porzingis did it. That's one thing, but like there were 2 guys who didn't touch the court. And we didn't find that until after the lock. One of them did touch the court, actually, but then, what was it, 5 minutes he got before he got hurt? Anthony Davis and Jimmy Butler. Last year, they were probably 2 of the most hated guys in NBA DFS already. And like, how fitting is it that on the same day, the first time we run into this issue, it's Jimmy Butler and it's Anthony Davis. It's just like almost like just full tilt. I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's just like,
Yeah, because like it was one thing when it was Dennis Smith, because nobody had him locked in, but those two guys, there was a lot of people who like played like a lot of lineups with those two in it, either separately or together.
Oh yeah, that was rough, man. I mean, for Jimmy Butler to be sick, how does nobody know that Jimmy Butler's sick? Like, how does nobody know?
Because the NBA is a joke.
That's a good answer,
dude. DraftKings was getting roasted about having no late swap because of that. Like, seemed like every third tweet on Twitter was like going towards them.
Oh yeah.
I was just waiting for just wait for it. Like, just wait till after the All-Star break. But it's gonna go more to the late swap. Like, they have it now. It's so tiny. It's crap.
Yeah.
Tournaments, but yeah, that happens a couple more times. Like, I don't know. Just it's ridiculous to me. The NBA wants to push fantasy, which they should, because that's why people are going to watch the games. But they don't want to fix it. Like, the main problem is the injury report. Like, there is no injury report. Like last year, we got a guy that's not even with the team. He's 600 miles away in another city, and nobody knows.
Oh, Derrick Rose. Oh God. He straight up left and nobody knew. Nobody said.
Oh, they knew.
The Knicks knew, but I'm saying like the beat writers and all these guys are supposed to know they're supposed to be on that stuff. They didn't know.
It's a joke. Yeah. How about the NBA gets on that stuff?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. The NBA should have known about that for sure. And if they should have announced something or something. That was just not right.
The NBA needs to put it in rules. Like, you have to announce a guy. You know if a guy's going to be out or not.
Yeah,
like, if it's a game time decision, that's one thing. But if you know a guy's going to be out, I mean.
But even so, why can't they just regulate it and say, hey, listen, at least like an hour before your game, you have to give us a starting lineup.
Yeah.
Just that.
PM.
You don't even have to say if a player is playing or not, but at least say if he's starting or not. Tell us if he's starting or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just an hour before the game. I think that would go a long way. But if NBA really wants to make some progress and DraftKings is going to mess around with late swap, then they're going to have to come to some kind of compromise. Because you're right, the NBA is the smartest one. They realize why all of a sudden so many people suddenly started caring about their product. Because for a while, nobody cared. Honestly. And when I was growing up, NBA was so popular, man. Allen Iverson and all these guys, and like even before that, Michael Jordan when I was even younger and all that stuff. Like, NBA was always popular, but it hit a funk. It hit a stage where it was like kind of, just wasn't cool anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure to Cash it was. But like, in general, and like I always liked basketball, but like it just kind of lost its fire. You know what I'm saying? And like you started seeing less people playing it, and like it's starting to pick back up around the same time that like fantasy became a big deal in basketball, and more states started having discussions about legalizing like sports betting and things like that. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence. You know what I mean? I'll admit we got some crazy talent, but I'm just saying, man.
Same thing with like beat reporters and stuff. Like, those guys didn't start getting like everyone following them on Twitter and any social media, and really listening until like once DFS basketball got big. Like, and then everyone was listening to them. So like even those, and there's some of those guys that like hate DFS and hate fantasy sports, but like that's honestly where they're getting their
job. It's saving their job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's doing. And they need to realize that they're better off realizing that it's saving their job, because if you have a market where a team is just losing consistently, like there's so many less fans that give a damn, about the team or the beat writer. They're not going to pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to just keep that grind up and pay attention if you're just a casual sports fan. It's easy when your team's winning, but like when your team's not, like, why do we all care that the Sacramento Kings beat writers suck? Why do we care? You know what I'm saying? We care more than anybody. We care more than the Sacramento fans. I guarantee you that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we should probably talk about this slate. We got a decent-sized slate. None of us have really looked. I think we've all briefly, casually touched on a few things. But before we get started, TC, do me a favor and give us like the little Vegas report, some of the things that stand out to you on the Vegas side.
Yeah, so what stands out to me on the Vegas side is just like the amount of the big differences in spreads. Like right now, Washington, LA is the high game right now. It opened at 230 with Washington -6. And then you go all the way down to, you got two games tomorrow. that are both under 200. You got the Miami game and the Dallas game opened at 195. So like there's a large spread between games of high to low, and anybody out there that likes to spectate or join in on any kind of Vegas gambling on the lines, now would probably be the time to get it if you have a feeling for a specific game, because they always move rapidly. Probably before noon Central Time, they seem to jump either up or down. The one that I'm most interested in probably seeing how it goes is probably the Los Angeles and the Washington game. I mean, it's already high. I think it's going to even go up higher than that. But that's one game that I think a lot of people are going to be betting the over on. So sharp money might almost be on the under there. But I think a lot of people, just because you got two high-paced teams, are going to go over. And so you might be able to get some sharp money on that. And then other than that, probably the Indiana and the OKC game. It opened up at 218. That would be one that I would target also. And even like the spread, it's OKC is minus 14.5. And I don't think it'll be close, but that's a pretty good spread there. I know it's OKC at home, but anytime a team's around 15-point favorites, like I know it's without Turner, but that just seems pretty big to me. And I wouldn't be shocked at all to see that brought down to like 10 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's definitely some good information before we dive into these positionals. I appreciate that, TC. Definitely love those high totals. We saw Orlando and Brooklyn tonight. A lot of these Brooklyn players are ready to go, and like I think sometimes people can get scared away from spreads a little too much. And a perfect example is Cash's call today with the Bulls keeping it close with Cleveland for most of the game. And of course, if you were going to win, you needed some exposure to both the Brooklyn Nets game against the Magic and the Cleveland and Bulls game. So we got to think outside the box of these tournaments. And
yeah, and sorry,
no, it's cool, bro.
Cut you off, but like the best way to like take advantage of lines in DFS, at least how I personally do it, is to not necessarily look for the lowest total or the highest total, because everyone's going to look at those. I mean, even your above average, slightly above average DFS player is going to look at the totals. Mm-hmm. But to find the games that you think are going to exceed the lines,
right? Almost
the same with NFL. Everyone's probably going to be on the Washington LA game just because of the line. And you can't really blame them. I'm going to have a lot of players from it, but a lot of the lineups I play are probably going to be from some of these games that are around 208 to like 212 in that area that I think are going to go above. And I think that's going to drive people away from them just because they're going to be wanting to get a touch of the OKC game, the LA game, just trying to get the high totals. And I don't think that some of the other games will reach that, but I think the ownership will allow you to kind of have that edge there with it, because I don't think they're going to be that far away. So you don't necessarily just have to play the highest total. Look for games that you think are going to go above and beyond where they're marked at.
Gotcha. Definitely a good call.
I look at a big thing for me is, yes, I'll go down. I want a close spread. Like I want a road team favored by 2 or 3. Because, I mean, that just means the home team is going to play better. So the home team is going to usually keep it close. I always look for that and close. Like, it doesn't have to be a 230. Like, I don't have to go to a 230. I can go to a 214. That's a 1 or 2 point spread and hope for overtime. I don't have to go to 230s.
Which there are games right in that wheelhouse for you tomorrow, looking at the opening spreads at least.
Yeah, Rockets 76ers.
Yep. Denver, Charlotte. I don't know if I'll go that game, but like for what you were saying, that's kind of the perfect. It's Denver's favored on the road by 1.5 points.
Yep.
CK, you muted?
Yep. You called it. So yeah, we're gonna go. Let's not waste. What I said was, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive right in and go position by position. Yeah, it sounded better the first time when I was muted. Anyway, TC, we're gonna start with you, man. We're gonna have you start us off, nice and casually, and then we're gonna have Cash come in and beast mode everybody. So do me a favor, talk about some of these point guards, just a couple of the guys that stand out. We don't want to sit here and go through everybody. Obviously, through you guys' write-ups and the live streams and all that, that's when we'll get that information. But go ahead, start us off.
Yeah.
I think Cash is concentrating. I see him over there. He's like meditation mode. He's about to take it all in so he can erupt. But go ahead, TC, start us off. Who are some of the guys stand out to you? Point guard.
All right. I've got two main guys, three total that I'll kind of mention. John Wall. He should be in a spot, even like aside from the total, John Wall should just beast in this game. Like both teams looking to push, and it's John Wall. Like he is going to eat ball up. Past that, I like Russell. He's kind of carried me so far at the beginning of the year. His usage is insane. The team looks at him to do everything. So on the offensive end, at least. So Russell would be my second guy. And if I'm going down, unless I hear something weird, like it's a shot in the dark, but the price on Lowry makes me kind of interested in him. Hasn't quite paid off so far, but like the price is almost just too cheap. Honorable mention would be Conley, but I'll let Cash dive into that one for everybody. So those are my three guys: Wall, Russell, and Lowry so far tonight.
Okay, Cash. What about you? Who stands out at point guard, man? Unleash the beast.
All the wall. All the wall. All of it.
From the window to the wall.
Ball's father is a real jackass. He's funny. Like I find it funny. He's gonna get his son murdered. He came out and said something like, they're not going to lose another game for the rest of the week or how next 2 weeks. Like, before he opens his mouth, he should look at who his matchups are. I mean, he's not playing like he's not playing Jeff Teague. Like he's not playing these. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got John Wall coming into the building. Did he not listen to Beverly after the game? Like Beverly said, "You got to get used to this. You better get used to this, kid, because these guys coming to eat your ass every night. John Wall's going to eat that." He's going to eat it. Every minute he's in the game, he's going to be all John Wall, all the Wall. I don't even need to look at nobody else. Mike Conley.
What about Westbrook? There's a Westbrook slate.
Oh, damn that. I don't want Indiana having to travel across the country on a back-to-back. No, I'm good. I'll pass. Give me John Wall.
Yo, I agree with you 100%. But I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just realized Russell Westbrook is 10-8 on FanDuel. Is that not like just the biggest trap you ever heard? Like in a blowout spot, in a back-to-back, end of a back-to-back, like Paul George's revenge spot. Like, does that not seem like the biggest trap ever? Go ahead, Cash.
I hope he's high on. Please let John Wall come in low and let Russell come in high. Please, I beg of you. Russell. I love Russell, but I'm gonna get 29 minutes. I hate this coach. I wish he would rat poison or something. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is way too cheap, and DeRozan might miss the game. So I'll take that. I'll take my chances there. Why not? I just lose every day. So I got AD going out. I got Conley in perfect matchups, just doing nothing. So why not? Let's go. Conley, here we go. Terrible matchup. Conley's going off.
Oh man, GPP players, man. The roller coaster is real. The roller coaster is real.
Mike James. Mike James is the point guard in Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's only 4.3 on FanDuel. Get him in there. If Dragic is out, Tyler Johnson.
All right, I like it. All right, so. The Wise Take model is currently only using 2017-18 stats of this season only, right? As part of its projections. So let me ask you a question. So it has Lowry based off this season. It only has him projected for 28.62 FanDuel points. Kyle Lowry. I'm assuming like over under. What do you think?
Oh,
Assuming DeRozan is playing. Assuming DeRozan is playing. If he's not playing, because this projection is assuming he is playing. So assuming DeRozan is playing, the way he's played this year, are you over, under, what did I say? It was 28.6 FanDuel points.
Who knows? I mean, I would take the over, but he could go under, no problem, because he's been awful. I think he's hurt.
Something seems off. TC, would you over, under?
I think that line's set pretty well to make it a hard choice. I'd go under too, just because of his past. But since I'm going to have a sprinkle of him in my lineups, I really hope it's over. But I don't think I can bet over on him right now with how bad he's burned me the last few times.
It's been weird, man. Like, Lowry's a guy I loved playing last year. I love playing Lowry.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. He just, this year doesn't have it. I would take over just because I don't believe necessarily this is it. And, like, unless Cash is right, unless there's an injury that we don't know about that he's not letting on to.
Yeah.
I would take, if you give me 30 FanDuel points on Lowry, I'm just going to take the over every night. I just would. I would just based off, like a larger sample. But this year, you're right, man. It kind of makes you think about it. It's amazing because last year it's like you would laugh if I said you're over. That's the over. You would laugh. It's ridiculous. He's going to put a 45 tonight. Like, you know what I mean? And like this year though, the way he's been, it's just. I mean, obviously if DeRozan's out, that's a whole other picture. And like on FanDuel, his price is super attractive. But I'm with you guys on John Wall. I think he stands out to me as the guy. He's going to take it to him. I'm a little surprised. I expected the line to be a little bit of a bigger gap. I expected to see. Even on the road, I expected to see them favored by close to double digits, and it's only see it at 6. I think that's, if we're gonna get this game close, this is exactly what Cash said. I mean, a little bit of a bigger favorite, but still a favorite on the road. You know what I mean? Going up against the Lakers, and like one thing about the Lakers is like, okay, regardless of how they feel about the Lonzo Ball situation, Lonzo Ball's on their team, and you know how these guys are. So it's like they're gonna have his back, and they're gonna step it up when they feel like he's getting played. And this is taking a ton of pressure off of guys like Brandon Ingram, who everybody's last year was waiting for him to do something. It's taking a ton of pressure off a lot of these other guys. So it's like, I could see them keeping this close and this game being back and forth, and they have no defense, so that it's not an option. So John Wall, I just don't see how John Wall doesn't eat in this spot, man. And on DraftKings, I think fading Westbrook is a lot easier because he's like 11 something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they're not even trying to tempt you there. Like, so I'm with you guys, man. I think it sounds like we all on first look like Wall, and I totally get that. No rim protector, man. One of our biggest issues with Wall is he's not the greatest shooter. He don't have to shoot. Just get to the hole. There's nobody there to stop him, right? I mean, is anybody there?
Yeah, no, I'm completely with that.
Did you hear what Gortat said?
Whoa.
Like, whoa.
Did you hear what Gortat said?
No, what did he say?
He said it's going to be 40 minutes of hell. John Wall, I'm telling you, John Wall he's going to put it so far up this kid's, like, please play John Wall.
Yes. Hey, and I promise you guys listening to this, like, anybody who's listened before, Gortat's my man. Like, when he says something, put your money on it. Like, he's got it.
He's going to take it to the house. It's John Wall. That's the lock of the show.
John Wall is going. He's going in. I promise. He's going to eat this kid, and he's going to let him know the whole game. He's going to let you, like, you're going against a real point guard tonight, young man, and I'm telling you, he is going to kill him. I promise. This guy's dad needs to shut his mouth. He's gonna get embarrassed.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Another guy I want to mention that's been going off for me, Murray, San Antonio. He's been going off. The price is coming up. I like it better if Dragic sits.
Speak a little bit louder, Cash. For some reason, you're coming in a little quiet.
Murray for San Antonio. He's been going off for me. I like it better if Dragic is out, but it's good. He's been good, real good.
Yeah, no. I know he's somebody you've been on for a little bit.
I got a question for you guys. Since he went big for me tonight, and he's been playing well to begin the season, what do you think about Collison? Do I ride that hot hand, or is it just a train wreck waiting to happen?
Ooh.
Got 16 assists today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never expect him to do his. Granted, his assist numbers have been up. I think he's averaged like 7 or something a game, pretty close. But I always expect like when I pick him, it just be for value and hopefully hit like 4 or 5x. And then every time so far, he's exceeded my expectations for him. But that always sets up for a big letdown.
Well, okay. The Wise Take model has him projected for 31.33 points. This is the back end of a back-to-back. But the FanDuel, for FanDuel, this is the FanDuel model, not the DraftKings model. FanDuel, 31.33 points, over or under cash.
Oof. That's a tough one. Sorry, that's tough. I'll take the.
Isn't it amazing that Collison is projected for more than Lowry? Like,
yeah,
it's based off the season stats, and that's how it's been. Lowry's been terrible. Collison's been mashing, so it's just crazy.
I'll take the under. Like I said, they got to travel from Minneapolis to OKC. That's a long.
Yeah, no, that's true. T.C. over or under on your boy Collison.
I'm gonna take the over on this one.
Okay.
I do think the line's set pretty right. Like it makes it a pretty tough choice, but I know it's back to back, traveling all the way to OKC. But I almost see Westbrook kind of not wanting to play a whole lot of defense here and just kind of going through the motions. And without Turner, even if Westbrook plays, like they are obviously looking like to make him the focal point of the offense. Either he is scoring it or he's getting the assist.
Right.
So I don't have 100% confidence in it, but I'm going to lean towards the over on it.
I got you.
I'll back him a little more because Roberson is going to guard Oladipo. So
yeah,
that's better for Collison.
Yeah, it's going to funnel some stuff towards him, definitely. All right, guys, let's move on over to shooting guard. TC, what are some of the shooting guards that stand out to you on first look?
All right. Depending on how you construct your roster, Harden's in play. A little expensive, but he's in play. He's always in play, really. Oladipo, I don't like. Gordon, I like Gordon in the spot, and not just like he showed a lot tonight, and I don't expect the same performance, but he looked good. After that, still Booker. I like Booker just because I think for at least this recent stretch without Bledsoe, they're going to be putting the ball in his hands a crazy amount. And I think he's going to have so much pressure on him that he's going to have to perform pretty much. And so I like him a lot in here. There's not too many shooting guards that I'm extremely high on. And while we're on Gordon, you were just talking about John Wall embarrassing him. There's somebody out there that said since Gordon went off tonight, where was his dad's press conference at or something? That kind of cracked me up. But those three is kind of my favorites so far. Harden, Gordon, and Booker.
Okay. Cash. Shooting guard.
If I play Harden, it's going to get me 35. So maybe I shouldn't play him so everybody else can get all the money when they Gordon, can't do it. I just can't pay the price. Like if he has an off shooting night, I just can't do it. If he's off shooting, he's not gonna get value. Just LeVert on a back-to-back. No. I like Jeremy Lamb. I like KCP. I think that while John Wall is eating into ball, KCP can do some over there. I mean, he doesn't really only a shooter, but whatever. I like KCP.
On the fast breaks, he's always there.
And he has steal upside. So
yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a fast-paced game. It's going to be up and down.
Hey,
Danny Green.
CK. Oh, sorry. Cash.
What did you say?
I was going to say while he's talking, can you pull up? I don't have it in front of me. I'm just curious on what the I think it's the possession stat on there for that game is, while he's going over the rest of his guys for any LA player. You should be able just to scroll to the very end of the tool, and it should tell you possessions and projected possessions, or maybe it was pace.
Pace, yes, okay. And what did you want to know? Who's the fastest?
Yeah.
It looks like the model has. Well, for the team's pace, it looks like the Lakers Are
Okay,
the top.
that was what I was wanting. Okay, because
Yeah,
I wanted to know if
and
it was Washington or the Lakers.
yeah, it looks like it's the Lakers, and I mean, it's pretty good. It's 112 for the Lakers, 104, so it's still like high numbers according to
Yeah.
the model, and a decent plus minus differential, about 7.5 plus minus differential. So
Okay.
yeah, I think it's definitely a good spot mathematically.
Yeah.
Who else you like, Cash?
Um. Danny Green.
Danny Green.
I mean,
Wow.
Danny Green.
I liked him. I liked him his last game a lot, just not enough to put him on my roster.
Yeah.
Which I wish I would have, because man, oh man, did ever go off.
That was a curveball, like a Clayton Kershaw type curveball.
Yeah.
I think Danny Green is back. Like last year was terrible, but
Yeah.
go look. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but JJ Redick, who's gonna guard JJ Redick on the Houston? Is it gonna be hard? Like it's not gonna be Harden. There's no way. They don't want Harden chasing him around the court the whole game. Ariza's going to be out, so Bahamute is going to start. I expect to see a lot of Tucker. I don't think it's got to be Bahamute when he's on the court, and Gordon. It's going to chase Redick around. He's just cheap. I'm looking at cheap shooting guards. Jamal Crawford. If Butler's out again, dude went off tonight. If Butler is out, he's gonna take shots. He played 29 minutes. And one game I played him this year, he got 5. But yeah, that's about it. Like I want to go cheap right here. Like I don't want to pay up.
What
Powell?
about?
Powell might be an option if DeRozan is out.
Yeah, I could buy that. I could definitely buy that. I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on Josh Richardson in a spot like this? If I think Dion Waiters, I think he left the game at some point. I think he was like dealing with something. So I'm curious. Let me look it up real quick just to see if FanDuel has it. He's a game time decision with an ankle.
There could be hella value in this game. Dragic could miss.
Mm-hmm.
Whiteside's already out. Waiters might miss.
Yes, that's where I was getting. Thank you. Exactly. So we might have to watch out for, because Josh Richardson went nuts the last game.
And he can. When I think of Josh Richardson, I think of a great defensive player that's not going to get you much offense. But if there's no other offense on the court, he will get you offense. I look at his game logs right now. That's what I expect from offense. 12 and 10.
Right.
But the 21 is what I'll expect if Waiters and Dragic is out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll expect over 20.
Yo, Cass, let me ask you something real quick. Have you been talking to Eric, the creator of our model, by any chance? Because Danny Green is actually rated pretty high on the model. He's got Danny
Green's been balling.
Yeah, he has been balling, and the model likes him. I'll give that one away for free for the nation. Danny Green, the model likes him. It's not so much his projection. It's like a balance between his projection and his price, like the value rating.
Yeah,
he's got a really high value rating for FanDuel anyway. I haven't looked at DraftKings, but
yeah, like I read something about he had bad eyes, then he got LASIK surgery. But I was expecting to see it last year. Like it was done last year. He didn't do nothing last year, but the guy can make a shot, and he's on the court.
He needs a year to like figure out how to shoot now that he can see. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been like, you don't know how long he's spent trying to figure out how to shoot while he's blind. Like he just figured out how to see, so like he's got to adjust now. You know what I'm saying? No, but I love that take on Danny Green. In all seriousness, he's been soaking up a decent amount of usage since Kawhi has been out, which has been all year. So as long as Kawhi is out, which I think I'm pretty sure he already has been ruled out, then I think Danny Green's a guy we can consider. Man, he's still fairly cheap in that area if you're not playing, Harden and those guys. But well, real quick, over and under 28.27 Danny Green cash. FanDuel points.
You love putting me on the spot.
That's what I do, baby.
Over.
Over, okay. TC. Danny Green, 20. What is it? 20. Did I even say the right number? Yeah, 28.27. 28.27.
Yeah, but I do like where they're projected at. All these numbers make it to where it's hard. They're not just obvious higher or lowers. I have never been a backer of them, so I'm not going to switch sides yet. I'm going to say it'll be around there, but I think it's going to be lower. For me, I'd probably put him 24, 25 if you'd have just straight up asked me, that's where I would have guessed at.
I got you. I think I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over, Cash. Danny Green. Let's go, bro.
I'll take it if I get that Waiters defense.
Yeah.
I get that Josh Richardson defense. Josh Richardson should be over on Gay.
Yeah, that's right. Rudy Gay. That's right. That's a good point. All right, let's move it on over to small forward. TC, start us off with some of the small forwards that just are appealing to you on first look.
Revenge on the brain. Paul George. Got to be up on everyone's list. I mean, everyone buys into that revenge narrative, don't they?
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, obviously LeBron and Durant at the top. They're always in play, except for me today, which hurt me. But DeMar Carroll, I like him. Oubre, I think he's a cheap way to get into this high total. Don't love him, but if you want a decently cheap player that can get you a little bit of a touch, especially if you're going to play a wall and you want somebody else without going to Beal, I think he's a good way to get into the game. Ingram, so is probably my down low player. Once again, going with that same game, but I like this spot for him. A game that should be up tempo and a guy that likes to shoot. I think if a lot of possessions are out there, he should get his shots. So that's kind of where I'm at. Top guys, and then going all the way down to like an Oubre or an Ingram, at least first look.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. I like Ingram. Cash, small forward.
LeBron James. It's going to be the same thing today. Like, I don't know if y'all have watched Cleveland, but they are not blowing. I don't think they can blow out anybody right now. Like,
if they don't blow the Bulls out, they're not going to blow a whole lot of teams out.
Exactly. Like, I don't think they can blow out nobody. If you let Orlando Magic come in without two starters and just completely dominate you, and then the next game you're playing the Bulls. The Bulls are like playing, I don't know, North Carolina or some college team. The Bulls are bad. Like, the Bulls jumped on them. Just give me LeBron. If he's going to be playing point guard the whole game, like the whole time he's in there, I don't care. I'll take it all. Like, even in a blowout, I think it could get me 60. Like, I think it can get me 60 in 3/4 if he actually grabs some rebounds. Sorry, asshole. Like, I like revenge when Paul George goes to Indiana. I don't like it as much at home. Josh Richardson, if those guys are out. DeMar Carroll, just plug him in cash every day. Go check out his game logs. Like, dude's not going to get you under 30 just every day. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist could be a sneaky option. Denver's been playing slow, which is weird to me, but it's his first game back. I don't think nobody's going to click that name, so maybe. But Oubre is averaging 34 minutes a game. Doesn't do much, but minutes equals opportunities. My last guy would probably be PJ Tucker because Ariza's out. So he should play minutes. And Lance Stevenson in a blowout. If OKC blows them out, Lance Stevenson can dominate the fourth quarter. Oh, God, there's another one. CJ Miles. CJ Miles is 3.5 on FanDuel. Oh, man. If DeRozan is out, give me all of that. I'll take my chances that he catches on fire. I like that. I hope DeRozan is out, but we won't know.
No. He'll be listed as in, and then last minute said out.
You there, CK?
Muted again. I like the call on DeMar Carroll. We had the model has him projected for 29.78. I'm assuming cash. Yeah, I would say you would take the over. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the consensus. I think it's an over there. The model likes him. He's another one that's rated pretty high in the value category as far as probability of hitting his projection, and obviously his price. So I like that call.
I got another one that can absolutely smash for you.
What is it?
This guy can get you 10x, especially if Cleveland does blow them out. Jeff Green.
Oh,
only
man.
3,000.
Yeah.
Each play 23 minutes a night.
Yeah.
If he gets 23 plus minutes versus Brooklyn, he could go for 30. Like, Brooklyn, awful.
Yeah.
It's just great for DFS. I love Brooklyn. Just look what the Magic did tonight.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. LeBron, baby. I'm with it. Let's do it. LeBron. I'm with it. No, but like I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like. Anyway, power forwards, baby. TC, sum me up with some power forwards.
All right, I'm gonna start off kind of in the middle. Neck tat, play them in, always get some neck tat in your life. Gonna ride with another one of the guys that I seem to always talk about, Frank the Tank. He's always in play for me. Big Ten, baby, all the way. Carmelo is in play. High total. I mean, I don't love it, though. I have never been high on playing Carmelo, even when he's at the Knicks. He's killed me a few times, but it's also helped me a lot. And I can never figure out the ownership-wise there with everybody on that team. Like, the first night, I think he was up to, like, 40% owned or something like that in a lot of tournaments, and then he went down to like 19%. And if I'm going to go there, I want to be kind of confident on percentages. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's always in play. Sabonis has been playing well, but he's a fade for me. He's proven me wrong just about every time that I don't play him so far this year, but I'm going to keep rolling on that same train of fading him until it just absolutely kills me. And then when I play him, he'll have a dud. So that's how it'll go. I like a lot of guys in this list. Otto Porter. But before I ramble on too long, I'll let Cash take over and just blow everyone's mind.
I actually like Sabonis.
Oh, okay.
I like that revenge more than Oladipo's revenge because he has Melo guarding him. The big difference between Roberson and Melo. But I don't love him. But he should return value for you at the least. Like, he's back like
cash value or like tournament value?
Yes, that's what I'm 5x. If I say value, I mean 5x.
Okay.
Upside value, he probably does have it because he only has to get you 30 for the upside. And yeah, I mean, it's an option for his price, always. If a guy's going to be playing 35 minutes or somewhere around there at 5,000, I like it. LA, no Kawhi, play LA. It's a slow-paced game, but he's going to get the shots. The only problem is that if all them guys miss in Miami, I can't go there. Ben Simmons, please, everybody. Everybody except the people that are watching this, jump on Ben Simmons, please. I beg you.
Oh, man. I forgot about Simmons. I am high on Simmons, too, yeah.
Go ahead. He is a easy fade. He will have...
What? I love Simmons.
Not today.
That was good.
That was good. Simmons.
That was that like bait and switch. She was like, "I'm gonna make him seem real appealing. I'm gonna make you like him, and when you like him, I'm gonna say I hate him."
Dude, I have a check mark by his name. He is almost gonna be all in for me tomorrow. Like almost all in.
Oh shit!
There's no way, bro. That's not a good decision.
How bad?
He's gonna have PJ Tucker and Ba Mute defense.
I'm fine with that.
Wait, but are you sure though? What about Covington and some of these, and I guess just Covington?
Covington is nuts. Covington is just a shooter, and yeah, Covington will get one of them. But oh man, nah. There's no way. I played Ben Simmons at $9,000 against PJ Tucker. There's just no way.
I'm taking.
The Wise Take model has him projected for 34.25 FanDuel points. Ben Simmons, cash over under.
I'll take the under.
Under 34, and then I'm assuming TC wants the over. Yeah, he's already pointing. Okay.
Yeah, like 40 points.
Oh man, that's like
40 points. 40 points is not going to get you what you need.
No, that's just like the floor for it, or not floor.
Oh.
I guess floor is obviously like 29 to 30, but like I think it's an easy like especially if you're going cash. Like I think it's easy to assume he's going to get you 40.
You're thinking on a mediocre night, he's getting you 40. If he has a mediocre day, he's getting you 40.
Yeah.
I think that I just don't like his price, honestly. And
I mean, who guarded him? Who guarded him when he played Boston?
I didn't even watch that game that close.
It was probably Jaylen Brown. I would assume.
Ben Simmons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was either Jaylen Brown. Was Smart hurt?
No, Smart played, but did Smart?
I'm pretty sure it was Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Well, he had 30 that game, and PJ Tucker is a worse matchup for Ben Simmons than Jaylen Brown is.
Man, I'm taking it.
That's an interesting one. Cash, go ahead. Talk about some of the other power forwards. I'm interested to see how that one goes. That's a good one right there.
You gonna write that down?
I'm gonna write that down.
Draymond Green is way too cheap at 7.8 to power forward because I want to play him at small forward. Don't know if I can go there at power. The Lakers. What? I gotta watch that Lakers game. Lopez didn't play much. They went small. Like they was playing Kuzma, and Nance didn't even play that much. Like I don't even know what they did. Like I gotta watch that game. But Olynyk, really like Olynyk. Like I like Olynyk, I think over Johnson today. But it's close. I do like Johnson too. Other than that, Sabonis. Oh God, here's my dude, Jarrell Martin. Like I think Jarrell Martin hooked up with the coach's daughter or something. I think coach just hates this guy. Like he did something. Because dude was playing well last game, and he just didn't play. Like, he just didn't come back in and play. I love his game. I've watched him for a while now. Like, I loved his game when I seen him last year. I just love his game when he's on the court, but he never gets to play. So, yeah, I mean, you can't use him if he's not going to be able to play. But you give him 35 minutes, I mean, whatever, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. Leaf is a punt option. If it's a blowout, he'll play the fourth quarter. That's really it. I never play Marvin Williams. I'd rather get my finger chopped off.
I think Otto Porter is just in a smash spot, but I'm worried that he might be super popular. And like Otto Porter is a guy that in the past, when he's chalk, it's never good. Like Otto Porter chalk is never good. So like if he's super popular, that's gonna worry me. But on paper, this just looks like a smash spot for Otto Porter.
He's cheap. Like he's too cheap.
That's what I'm saying. His price and like everything considering, and like the rebound should be there. He's playing power forward this year, so the rebound should be there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good defender. He should rack up some steals in a fast-paced matchup against a young, sloppy offense. Like it just seems like too much of an Otto Porter spot. Like between so like that's the problem though. If he's super popular, then that terrifies me. Like that really, I am terrified of Otto Porter chalk, man. I bit that last year a couple times. It don't taste good. Very bitter. Don't taste good. So
dude's averaging as much as LA.
He's going nuts right now, man. Like you know what I'm saying? So like yeah, I like him on first look. Don't hold me to that, nation. You'll find it on the Y stream, but right now, first look. I mean, wow.
How do people not click that name?
Yeah.
When they just look at the logs, all they got to do is look at average points. Like they're gonna be like, oh man.
Just click him because he's got a funky name, Otto Porter. It's a funky name. Just click him, and you like what you see. You know.
Oh, you know who my son? Whenever my son makes a lineup, Patrick McCaw. He loves that guy's name for some reason. Like, I tell him, I'm like, look, bro, this dude's gonna get you 0 most nights. He's like, I don't care. I'm playing Patrick McCaw. I'm like, do your thing.
All right, whatever. I'm with it, man. Let's move over to center, and then we'll wrap this fun little podcast up. TC, it's
Bahamute at power forward is starting on FanDuel. He's only 3.2.
He'll get the minutes.
It's more of a cash play to me.
Yeah,
but
no.
He will play.
If you're going to stars and scrub, somebody to consider for sure.
Yeah.
He's not going to get you upside.
Right. TC, talk to us about some centers, man.
All right. I think I saw that Whiteside was already confirmed out. Yes. Anybody confirmed? Yeah, I thought I saw that earlier in the day. Maybe last night. But anyways, Embiid, it's getting hard to not play this guy. Like, even with like the weird minutes, like they say it's going to be low minutes, but like it's just getting almost impossible to not throw him in some lineups. Karl Anthony Towns is in play for me. Then we're going to go down to, I'm sure you guys expected it, ride or die, Gortat. Playing with Simmons, and you'll just be my best friends.
Ride or die.
Other than that, like, I like a lot of guys at center, so I think I'm going to have a lot of variation. So I haven't even quite settled tonight on who I'm going to have the most of, but I can almost tell you that I'm going to have some Karl Anthony, some Embiid, and some Gortat. And that's, for right now, what I'm seeing. That's kind of where I'm going to say I'll be. I'm sure there's going to be 2 or 3 other guys because I'm going to have a decent amount of lineups tomorrow, and I like center a lot. I think there's a lot of different routes you can go depending on roster constructions. Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, no, makes a lot of sense.
There's one thing that scares me about Gortat. Like, I like Gortat, but if the Lakers are going to play small, it kind of scares me. Like, I don't don't think that he's good for like a Nance or a Kuzma if they're gonna go that route.
Hey, he scares me a lot, but at this point, we're like one. We're like intertwined. Like I have to at least have a touch of him every single time he's on the slate. Like, I can't just completely fade him. So yeah, he scares me in like a lot of matchups. But and you're completely right. Like, I don't like this matchup. Like, he's not a guy, like, some nights, like, I'll play like 75% of my lineups. I'll put him in, especially since he's always decently priced, but not tomorrow. Like, he's going to be in maybe as of right now, like 15 to 20%, if that.
Well, one thing I'll say is, like, Brolo is a big part of that offense still. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they do need him to score. It's just the problem is, do you need Gortat to guard him? That's the problem. like because he's an outside kind of shooter anyway. So he's like, do you really need a big Gortat? Because Gortat might not feel comfortable going out in those areas to cover him. But like on the offensive end, yeah, man, like he's not stopping Gortat. It's just, is Gortat gonna like get in foul trouble messing around with Lopez by the 3-point line because he's not supposed to be out there? You know what I mean?
But the thing that doesn't make any sense to me is that their last game was versus the Pelicans. The Pelicans got the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
So why would they go small there? Like, why would they not have Brook in there? I guess because there's no way on this earth that Lopez could guard Boogie. Maybe they just take their chances with Randall guarding Boogie.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's no way that Lopez doesn't even want to guard anybody. He doesn't even try to guard anybody. What other centers you like, Cash?
Cat, like, what is going on here? Butler didn't play, and he still only got 40.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Can't do it. I liked him on DK today. If I was going to play DK, it was too cheap, but I just can't pay. I can't pay $10,000 for a guy that's getting 40 a game. Can't do
a complete fade, or just like not in a lot of lineups.
0%. I will stand back and let him go off with other people, and I'll just win all the money when he doesn't go off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, like, if Butler is out of the game in a great spot versus Indiana, he only gets 42. Like, what is going on there?
Yeah.
I can't do it. Give me Joel Embiid. He's only going to play 28 minutes, but this might be the only guy in the league that could go for 50 fantasy points in 28 minutes. I'm not scared of Andre. Oh, no, he's playing Houston. I was thinking Houston is Capella. That's better than Andre Drummond. But no, I like Embiid. He's just a beast.
Yeah.
Kevin Love, big man versus Brooklyn, high paced game. Should be a lot of rebound opportunities. Should be a lot of open shots. Like that. Gobert is gonna have a pace up game. Y'all like Gobert in Phoenix?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna put it simply. Yeah, I do.
Could get 5 blocks tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we see a lot of that. Now, Phoenix, I still think you can take some of the Phoenix players because they're all jump shooters anyway. So, who's going to stop him? Like, on the pick and roll, who's going to stop Gobert? You know what I mean?
Tyson Chandler, but
I don't think so. He's
old.
Too old. He's not even that tall, Tyson Chandler. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gobert is big, man. He's a big dude. Like, and maybe Chandler back in his prime when he still had all that energy. But and then especially once Len gets in the game, he's gonna trample over Len. Like Len is just a.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Look at this guy. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. Oh my God! Look at Noel's minutes.
Oh,
wow.
There it is. Noel.
Here's the play right here.
I had a feeling it was something about Noel. I was like, this is not about Len. I was like, this is not about Len. Like,
I was so confused. I was like, how is this going to correlate to Len? Like, what's going on?
Oh my God!
Sit back, nation, and just watch.
Let's play Marc Gasol. Like, let's just do it. We're gonna have Dirk Nowitzki trying to guard Marc Gasol. Because Coach Carlisle, which I have mad respect for, I respect the hell out of him. I think he's one of the best coaches ever. I think he's the second best coach in our league right now today. Just refuses to play Noel. What did Noel do? I don't know. Does Rick Carlisle have a beautiful daughter? I'm not sure. But Noel, 15 minutes, 11 minutes. 11 minutes versus Golden State, which they play small, but 11 minutes. 2 fantasy points a minute. 22 points in 11 minutes. Give me Gasol. I'm playing Gasol. Screw it. If Dirk Nowitzki is going to try to guard Gasol, I don't care how slow the pace is. Give me Gasol. I'll take it. Damn this. Got to be kidding me.
There's no way they're going to let Dirk in there against Gasol. There's no way.
They're not going to play Noel, so what the hell are they going to do? Put Measury in there?
Here's the thing that I'll say. Is in their opponents in the past, like they're all teams that have the ability to go small. You know what I'm saying? Like Houston, Golden State, those are all teams that they prefer almost to go small. You know what I mean? So like he did.
But Noel is not. He's not a traditional center. Like
right.
He's quick, athletic. Like.
But he's the only. I mean, no, there's no way they're gonna try to let Dirk cover Gasol. I mean, you know what? If you're making 2 lineups, do a double scenario. Either play Nerlens Noel because he's cheap and he's going to get a ton of minutes to guard Gasol, or if Cash is right and this Dallas team is really that dumb, then that means Gasol is going to go ham because there's no way that Dirk Nowitzki is standing in front of that. Like there's just no way. So that's a great point, man. That's a great point.
This is ridiculous. I got another one. Hold on, let me see. Tristan Thompson again. Like if he's gonna start a big man versus Brooklyn, maybe he doesn't play a minute in the second quarter and the fourth quarter like tonight. But versus Brooklyn, he could go 8x in 20 minutes. So he's only 3.6. I'll go back to that. I'll go back to that action.
Okay. Anybody else you guys want to mention? All right. I think we're good. I think we can call it a podcast, guys. That was fun, man. It's always fun to get TC and Cash on the show, especially together, man. We have some good times in these NBA seasons. And the season is just beginning, man. I got all season to look forward to of this. This is an exciting time to be a part of the Wise Take Nation. Guys, the numbers we were giving out for the projections, those are from the Wise Take model. For our premium members, give out a few just to kind of take some over and unders, talk about some interesting stuff. But if you want to see the rest of them, head over and sign up. We do Wise streams every Monday through Friday, about an hour and a half before the slate, up until lock to kind of guide you and help you react to the news that we hear. all kinds of stuff, man. Right now we have an all sports package. You can get individual packages, but we do have an all sports package. It's $34.99 per month. But if you use promo code Twitter, you can save $5 a month off your subscription. So you get it for $29.99. You get all sports that we offer. So head over there and do that for us. But TC, Cash, always a pleasure to have you guys on. What's up, Cash?
Wall,
yes. Wall. If there was one thing that you've learned from us today, let it be Wall.
Simmons.
I love Ball's father. Ball's father is gonna get us some big games this year. Oh man, I love this guy.
Oh man, we're gonna have some fun. If you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up. That like button means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbean, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. Bump us up those charts. It means a lot to us. For TC, for Cash, for myself, and the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.